Report tight, sir.
Thank you. Open the watertight doors.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
If you're ready for breakfast, sir, I'll be in the wardroom in a few minutes.
What's that?
Orange juice, sir.
Where are you taking it?
To Mr. Holden. He's having breakfast in bed, sir.
Oh, wait a minute, Sergeant. Wait. I'll take it to him.
Yes, sir.
May I come in?
Please do. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Holden.
I've got a bad neck from too much tennis.
Really? Well, did you get a good night's sleep?
Not too good. It was a little damp and noisy. Strange surroundings.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
Well, how's the food? Satisfactory?
Excellent. Thank you. Would you like a cigar?
No, thanks. Well, I suppose after you've digested breakfast, you'll want to get up on deck and play a little shuffleboard, huh? This war must be rather inconvenient for you, eh, Mr. Holden?
I try to make the best of it, sir.
Oh, yes, and you do. Indeed, you do. Now, I know you're unfamiliar with the way the Navy functions at sea.
Cigarette?
But, no, thanks. But here, we all eat together, we all work together, and just so that you won't upset that system, I'm afraid you'll have to do it our way. Now, you've got exactly 3 minutes to get off your fat mattress and get dressed and report to Mr. Watson.
Yes, sir.
You're going to learn something about a submarine if I have to pour it into you intravenously. Oh, and another thing. Around here, we all dress alike. Have you got any regulation trousers?
No, I don't, sir. I had all my clothes made at Saks Fifth Avenue. I'm sorry. I can't do anything about the uniform, but I don't want you to think I'm going to expect breakfast in bed every morning.
Oh.
The scuttlebutt is that we're going to try to submerge at daybreak, and I figured if you've got to go, you might as well go big.
Well, Mr. Holden, it's past daybreak, and we are submerged.
We are?
We are.
You mean we're under? Well, it isn't a permanent situation. What I'm trying to say is, I mean, we can come up if we'd like to.
Well, I'd like to think we can, but then I'm an incurable optimist.
Well, what happens, sir, if we, what happens if we can't?
Oh, well, if we can't, then we,
What kind of an answer is that?
Why, are you nervous, Mr. Holden?
Yes,
Tell me something. Why did you join the Navy?
because I needed an officer's uniform. As a kid, I was victim of the most vicious propaganda ever. People kept telling me that money wasn't everything, and I believed it. Until I found out that the people who were saying that money wasn't everything were the people that had all the money. So I figured they were trying to hide a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, please sit down.
Yeah.
Now, there are two simple ways that you can get money. You can steal it, or you can marry it. Now, if you're going to marry it, you've got to travel in the right circles, on the right side of the tracks. Two things I learned, sir. One, a uniform can get you into the best places, and two, no one ever checks a Dun & Bradstreet rating in a bedroom.
That sounds like a winning combination.
Would you like to see the jackpot?
That the girl from the right side of the tracks?
She owns the tracks. Or, I should say, 5.2% of all the railroad stock in America. Isn't she lovely? We had a dinner date one night, and I was a few minutes late. I forget why, and she didn't want it to happen again, so, You ever see a $2,000 watch?
My. Well, when the minister says, will you take this woman, he won't be kidding, will he? When's the happy occasion?
The day I get back. You see to it that I get back, sir, and I'll see to it you have your own private submarine.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Excuse me, is this normal, or should I be nervous again?
Captain? One of our sea connections carried away, sir. We're rigging a jury pass, but I don't think it'll hold.
Prepare to surface.
Stand by to surface. Look out to the conning tower.
Stand by the surface. Look out to the conning
How
tower.
much time will you need for repairs?
About 6 hours, we can work over the side.
6 hours. Well, I guess the nearest place with any kind of sheltered anchorage would be off Marinduque Island, so we better head for there. Okay. Now, keep it on it.
Yes, sir.
All clear, sir.
Fine. Sound service alarm. 22 December, 1941. Arrived Marinduque about 2 hours after enemy air raid. Repairs have to be completed before their next visit. To get Lieutenant Holden out from underfoot, I've sent him and his men out to scout the situation on the island.
Oh, Captain. Mr. Holden's coming back, sir.
Yeah. War is hell, Mr. Watson.
Well, it's not only that, sir. Well, you see what he's got with him.
Women.
Wow. That's what I call scavenging. What I meant, sir, is that I'm sure there must be something they can be used for.
I can think of any number of uses, but not here and now. Mr. Stovall, Lieutenant Holden's influence upon you is beginning to worry me. I suggest you wow less and a little more.
Major Haywood.
Major Haywood,
Lieutenant Duran.
Lieutenant Duran,
Lieutenant Reed.
Hello.
Lieutenant,
Lieutenant Colfax.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant Crandall.
If anybody ever asks you what you're fighting for, there's your answer.
Lieutenant Holden was kind enough to invite us to go with you.
What?
The major and a unit were stranded, sir.
We were en route to Manila when we got word it was being bombed, so our plane made an emergency landing here.
Oh.
Then when the Japanese traced the airstrip, our plane took off to keep from being destroyed on the ground. They were supposed to come back for us.
Oh, I see.
Didn't make it.
They were the only American personnel on the island, sir. You couldn't possibly leave them there.
Thank you.
It's an emergency, sir.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Holden. Well, Major, it's obvious that we'll have to get out of here as soon as we can, so, if you'll take your party below, I'll get you as far as Cebu, where you can rejoin an Army unit. Mr. Stovall, escort the ladies to the wardroom.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Pleasure, ma'am.
Right this way, ladies.
I guess I'm stuck.
Yeah, just a minute. Come on, lift it. That's right.
Thank you very much.
I suggest you take the other one off.
Sir?
Mr. Holden, just a minute. Mr. Watson!
Yes, sir.
Please assemble the crew. You will instruct them that they're to completely ignore the fact that our passengers are women. I know that'll require some readjustment in thinking, but I want every man on this submarine to understand that our objective is Cebu and then Darwin. If any man has any other objective in mind, he'd better forget it. You will put on report.
Collision, sir!
Whoa, relax. We're not even moving. Oh. Who hit the collision button?
I don't know, sir.
Yes.
See, everything's got a reason for being. And now what?
Oh, I'm very sorry. When I was coming down the ladder, I accidentally touched that button.
And she grabbed the collision alarm.
Just a minute. No. Please, ladies, there's one primary rule you must observe. Just keep your hands and just don't touch anything. Now, Mr. Stovall, the ladies will occupy the chief's quarters in my cabin. The chiefs will bunk with the men, move my gear in with Watson, and you stay with, what's his name, Holden. Now, for the next few days, we'll all be living in fairly close contact with each other. Now, you being women and the men, that is, the crew being men, well, being confined like this could create situations not usually consistent with normal submarine operations. Well, what I mean to say...
We know what you mean to say, Captain. We're well acquainted with the facts of life.
So are the men, Major. I'm simply trying to avoid any exchange of information. Certainly, you You must realize that, well, it's just...